Okay, sorry, bit sick, but hello everybody. My name is Aiden, and welcome back to another stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a Chicago Bulls and Minnesota Timberwolves watch along here. Unfortunately, I am a tad bit late. It's three apiece right now as Io scores a three for the Bulls, and I don't know who scored the three for the Timberwolves, but we're in for another interesting game against one of the top teams in the Western Conference. We are out west this time against Minnesota. We'll have to wait and see if that makes any impact on the game. But before we get any further, if you enjoyed the stream, you'd like to see more from me, feel free to like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, and let me know in the comments your thoughts about the Bulls, their chances to win this game, as well as obviously things happening with the Timberwolves. As you guys are well aware, they were one of the top teams. They still are one of the top teams in the Western Conference, but they have injuries that they have to deal with. It looks like the bulk of their players, as far as I'm aware, that were questionable to play are playing this game. So they do understand the significance and the importance of the game enough to kind of, put that jersey on tonight, even though they had the talent that could still probably beat us, even if those players were out. But either way, right now, 6-3 is the score. Came out a bit late. Look, I don't know what's the problem with me, man. I literally sit here. I'm on, when I actually sit here, I'm on time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm genuinely on time when I sit here. The problem is, I scroll too much through reels, maybe, just chilling, and I end up being late. It's crazy. I need to be better. But it's the end of the season, so it's like, no obligation to be better, I guess. But I should be better. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat before we really get into the commentary side of things here. But things are getting very interesting as Caruso hits a three to tie the game up 6 apiece. Both teams have made 2 threes in the game thus far. Hey Aiden, from myself and my toddler, happy Thanksgiving and keep up the good work. Thank you. I don't necessarily think a lot of Australians celebrate Thanksgiving. Maybe it's something that's getting more, I guess, prevalence, more acknowledgements in modern times than probably when I was a kid or anything like that. I could have swore Thanksgiving was not anytime soon, though. But if you say it's Thanksgiving, if it's your Thanksgiving, then happy Thanksgiving. That's all I'll say about that. And I appreciate, obviously, I appreciate the comment. Thank you very much. Jimmy says, I hope the Bulls could have a better performance on defense and offense and win the game tonight. I gave a like on your channel. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Jeremiah says, loving these watch-alongs. Have appreciated the commentary all season. Let's go, Bulls. Thank you very much for that. Hello, Daniel. What's going on? Yeah, Vucevic with the weirdest jump hook I've ever seen. It's like he barely caught the ball before he threw it up there. The game is still tied 8 apiece. And so far, it looks like this should be a close one. Reed misses the layup. Rebound to Caruso. The Bulls want to run. Io to Kobe. Back to Io. Caruso open in 3 in transition, and he knocks it down as the Bulls take the lead. I think this is their first lead of the night. All right, here we go. Mike Conley trying to dance. Finds McDaniels, misses the 3. Rebound to Io. Kobe White enters that pick and roll. Finds Vucevic again. Great work from Nikola Vucevic. Again, he got the shot blocker ready to jump on that possession. That pump fake was clean, and in the end, he's going to go to the line and foul by Rudy Gobert. Again, simple action. Simple actions equal simple results sometimes. A pump fake leads the defender to jump, and that leads to free throws. It's a really a simple game in that regard. And if that keeps on happening, we could send Rudy Gobert out in foul trouble. That will definitely help the Bulls in the long run. If you guys are unaware, Rudy Gobert is one of the best defenders, especially from the center positions in the NBA. So you get an opportunity to get foul trouble on one of them. I think that definitely will help us. As Vucevic makes 1 from 2, and the Bulls up by 4. We've got Mike Conley bringing it up to McDaniels. Is that McDaniels? I know the commentator said it, but why does that look like someone completely different? It is McDaniels. Okay. This is why we should stick to Bulls commentary and not learn from me, ladies and gentlemen. Don't listen to me at all. Speaking of, Mike Conley hits a 3 for the Timberwolves to bring this to a 1-point game. Hello, Tyler. How are you? We got DeRozan trying to find Torrey Craig. Good defense for the Timberwolves as it leads to a turnover. McDaniels to Naz Reid. Finds Rudy Gobert. And, ladies and gentlemen, that is an excellent play from the Timberwolves in transition. The big man for the Timberwolves decided to run in transition, and they both ended up finding each other as Rudy Gobert slams it down. The Timberwolves regain a 1-point lead, and it's a timeout for the Bulls. I believe this is the first timeout of the game. Looks like we're going to be in for a close one, ladies and gentlemen. A close start, to say the least. But wouldn't it be such a Bulls thing to kind of, waste away your opportunities against teams like Brooklyn, teams like the Wizards, the Rockets, and all these other teams, Waste them away. But when it comes to, hey, we're versing one of the best Western Conference teams in the league, let's sweat and try hard for it. Wouldn't that just be a crazy sight? That just is the type of team that we are. Can't deny it, can't hide from it, can't run from it. That's who we are. But still a long way to go. So I'm not necessarily trying to, make a bold prediction before the game truly ends. We could get destroyed in this game by the end of it. We could be doing the destroying by the end of it. But it looks like, again, the Bulls are very known for their slow starts so far. Both teams seem to have things into gear. Well, actually, slightly say both teams have had a slow start, but it's still a very close game. I actually want to take a look at the Timberwolves standing at the moment. Last time we versed them, and we did win that game in Chicago, they were the first seeded Western Conference team. And they have 50 wins on their season, so you have to wonder, are they still the top Western Conference team? Yes, they are. As of this point in time, the Minnesota Timberwolves are still first in the Western Conference. Then you got OKC with the same record slowly behind them. So I'm guessing they've been tossing and turning that record for a while. Denver has 52 wins, but also an extra loss. So it seems like those three are kind of, battling it out for the top seeded seed in the West. I'm going to enjoy the playoffs this season, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's a very good chance the Bulls will not make it. And of course, I'll enjoy it more with the Bulls there. Don't get me wrong. But with a little bit of, I guess, time, you're going to see a lot of those teams go to battle, and they all have very similar records, and the West is just so unpredictable. It puts a smile on my face to kind of walk into a series, walk into a playoff picture, and genuinely don't know who's going to make it out of that conference. You can make assumptions like Denver, the reigning champions. You can make the Timberwolves as they've been the first seeded team for most of the season. You could say OKC because they've got an MVP caliber player on their team. There's a lot of avenues you could go down, but it should be exciting. Like with the East, we know it's probably going to be Boston, the way that they've been playing this season. They've been killing it out in the East. But the West is so unpredictable. DeRozan makes a mid-range to bring the Bulls back to lead. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy the playoffs this year. I enjoy them every year. I tend to get sick of them by the end of it. It's just because I'm seeing the same, especially, for example, like the Western Conference Finals. It's the most competitive matchups, but I'm seeing the same two teams play a 7-game series. Sometimes you get a tad bit sick of it, but it's still an exciting time for the NBA. Let's go. Yeah, but watch us win this one. That would be the most Bulls thing to do. It would be the most Bulls thing to do. But again, I'm trying to avoid that 10 seed. So I'll take any win I can get. It could be against the Wizards. It could be against the Timberwolves. Every win is a good win. We're trying to stay away from the Atlanta Hawks. I believe the Atlanta Hawks lost to the Bucks recently. So that, didn't give us a tied record with them or anything like that. And for the Bulls side of things, we've got Atlanta very soon. So every win counts. Next year, the Bulls have at least 65 wins. Book it because the big one says it. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Anthony Edwards glides to the rim. Felt like he was in the air for ages to get that layup. Again, he's going to be one of the biggest threats in this game today. Of course, he's a big threat everywhere he goes. But the Bulls seem to have an extra level of not being able to stop him. Torrey Craig for 3, and that connects as well. Both teams seem to be firing after that timeout. 17-15 is the score with 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Rudy Gobert gets the ball back. Pick and roll action. Help defense by Torrey Craig was present. Alright, Edwards gets Io on the pump fake. Shoots the floater. And that goes in. But the ref is going to call it on the floor. And Anthony Edwards has the biggest Hollywood reaction I've ever seen to not getting a call. That is crazy. I wonder if they're going to change this. Man, he's fun to watch. It sucks that he always cooks the Bulls, but he is a fun watch, Anthony Edwards. Anyway, it's on the floor, so no free throws for Anthony Edwards. Dalen Terry's going to come into the game here. DeRozan sits out. And Caruso, I believe, comes back in the game as well. Trying to guard Anthony Edwards from the top of the key here. The switch from Torrey Craig. Crossover by Edwards. Blocked by Torrey Craig, but there's a foul in that sequence as well. Looks like Dalen Terry's the one that commits the foul on the help defense here. Torrey Craig with a completely clean block. That's a bit frustrating. It's help defense. Not much more you could do there. Dalen Terry had his hands in the cookie jar and he walked out of that with nothing. Whew. They're showing the Anthony Edwards dunk on John Collins, one of the most lethal dunks this season. Anthony Edwards misses, I think, one free throw there. Io scoop layup falls as the Bulls continue to surge with the lead at the moment. Happy Easter to Aiden. I hope your rabbit laid a lot of eggs. Thank you. Happy Easter to you too. Fun facts. Because of my specific, I guess, faith in Christianity, as I'm an Orthodox Christian, or at least a Coptic Orthodox Christian, my Easter's actually at the end of the month. It's a bit weird. So yeah, I don't necessarily celebrate at the same time as you guys do. But at the end of the day, Easter's Easter. Happy Easter. You know, we may celebrate it on different days, but the meaning of it is still the same. And at some point, the rabbit will lay a lot of eggs, just to let you know. That Easter Bunny brought little Jabari a lot of eggs. There you go. Vucevic gets that scoop layup to go. There's a lot of scoop layups happening right now for the Bulls. Okay, timeout. The score at the moment, 21-15 with 3:35 left in the first quarter. I must admit, these games are getting earlier and earlier. But if the Bulls continue to start these types of games well, it might bring the rest of the energy for the rest of the game. One thing I hate so much is slow starts to games. Because, you know, this game, it's 10 a.m. at the moment. It's not a terrible time to wake up, but, you know, if you don't have good sleep, sometimes you just don't wake up at 10 a.m., especially if you're kind of working from home these days. Anyway, regardless of that point, I wake up maybe 15 minutes before the games, just to kind of not be, what is it called? Sleepy-eyed and, you know, can't really speak or have a deep voice, you know, the waking up voice and stuff like that. I don't want any of that when I stream, right? So I wake up about 15 minutes before, do what I need to do, get ready for the stream. The Bulls are the team that's supposed to wake me up. You know what I mean? They're supposed to keep me energized. They're supposed to keep me awake. But when you have so many slow starts, in many ways, they take the energy right out of the game from the very beginning. So, winning this game 21-15 at the moment against a very good Minnesota team. Keep in mind, of course, they still have injuries. They are not the healthiest team out there in the league, but clearly neither are the Bulls. To have the lead at this early on, it brings energy into the game. I'm looking forward to the rest of the game now because of the start that the Bulls had. So, yeah. Cannot complain whatsoever about this start. Up by 6. 2 timeouts for the Timberwolves, I believe, was called. I'll take it. Or maybe there was one. One by the Bulls, one by the Timberwolves. Free-flowing first quarter. I'm happy. Aiden is one happy Bulls fan today. Keep in mind, we also have a back-to-back. So we got the Hawks, I believe, tomorrow. Big game against the Atlanta Hawks, but it'll be even bigger. You can win this game against the Timberwolves, then you walk and beat the Atlanta Hawks the next game. If there's any time to get a 2-game winning streak, it's now, ladies and gentlemen. You need that 2-game winning streak as we speak. That would be quite funny, but also very necessary. It looks like Kyle Anderson misses that layup. Dalen Terry throws it away. And that will be Minnesota Timberwolves ball. We got Anthony Edwards bringing it up. Rudy Gobert back to Edwards. They enter that pick and roll. Caruso trying to apply the pressure. Drummond with that help defense. Caruso gets the steal. Nice pick and roll defense by the Bulls as Ayo wants to surge. Caruso open for 3 again. And he does not disappoint. 24-15. Caruso, massive first quarter in terms of offense. And he gets the steal to go on top of that as well. Mid-range shot connects for the Timberwolves. Trying to slow down the momentum of the Bulls. Caruso gets to the paint, bounce pass, and that's another turnover by the Bulls. Anderson to Edwards. Edwards fakes the 3, finds Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert in the post. Almost falls out of bounds. McDaniels misses the 3. Alright, take our sweet little time here. We got the lead. No need to rush things. Caruso is called for a moving screen. Alright. One of these watch-alongs, you should bring a friend, like maybe a Pakistani or Nigerian or even an Ethiopian. In terms of those specific cultures, I have a couple of friends from some of those cultures. The problem is not necessarily that I can't bring a friend. It's that not everybody wants to be on camera, man. I mean, that was the biggest problem when I first started YouTube. I didn't like the fact that I was going to be on camera. I never liked that. You get used to it over time, of course, as Rudy Gobert gets the layup and the Timberwolves now going on their mini run. But it's always been a conversation of bringing my friends to, you know, do a watch-along or do an episode of something on this channel. But it's about getting them at the right place at the right time. It's also about getting over the fear of being on camera. You can get over those 2 fears, then maybe one day you'll see it. But it is what it is. I can't force someone to be on camera if they don't want to. That's definitely not what I'm going to do. You know those pranking YouTube channels that, you know, doesn't even give you permission to film them and they just film you randomly and stuff like that? That will never be me. Put it that way. I will never force someone to be on camera if they don't want to be on camera. So, yeah. Drummond with the post hook, and he connects. The Bulls are up double figures. Things are going crazy over here in Minnesota with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. I bet one of your friends was very international. Look, alright. Just looking at my friends group. A lot of them are Egyptian because I'm Egyptian. So, and we went to an Egyptian school. I have, obviously, being born in Australia, I have a lot of Australian friends as well. Um, you have some Greek friends, maybe some Ethiopian friends. Yeah, I would say most of them are international, technically. Some of them were born outside of Australia. But most of my friends were born here, but they have the ethnicity of people that were not born here, if you know what I mean. AC equals Bulls MP3. He needs to keep it up, whatever he is. He's had a big start to this game. 29 to 20 is the score. Hello, Tony. Dalen Terry gets the rebound on a missed free throw by Rudy Gobert. 29 to 20 is the score. DeRozan shoots and scores. 31 points in the quarter for the Bulls. But the most important thing here, the Timberwolves have had a very slow start to the game. They're about to get 20 points in the quarter. That's not necessarily great. Dalen Terry commits another foul. That should be his second on the night. This will see the Timberwolves go to the line here. Oh, it'd be nice if they could miss one. They've had a really rough start at the free throw line as well. He makes the first. All right. Morris makes both as it gets back to single digits. A 9-point lead for the Bulls as they're going to hold for the final shot here. Anthony Edwards guarding DeRozan. Isn't this a matchup you'd like to see every day? DeRozan trying to size him up. Gets to the paint. Finds the corner. Dalen Terry bounce past the Drummond. Drummond scoops and scores with 0.02 seconds left. The Bulls score at the end of the quarter. Kyle Anderson chucks up a three, misses horribly, and that is the end of the first quarter. Andre Drummond making an instant impact in this game. DeRozan finds Dalen Terry for that last play. Dalen Terry finds Drummond. Rudy Gobert blocking nothing. He went for the block and got all air at the end of the day. And that is the end of the first quarter. Look, it's not necessarily that the Bulls have scored 33 points in the quarter, which is good. I'm more impressed by the fact that the Bulls kept the Timberwolves down to 22. I think that's very, very impressive. But you also have to realize you're versing one of the best teams in the Western Conference. Do not expect them to be struggling the entire game. They will find a way to start making their shots more effectively. You could arguably say they've had a rough start shooting-wise, and it's not always just about the Bulls' defense and the defensive effort that they're bringing. I think there has to be an element of both in there. In every game, there's an element of both. Of the Bulls playing solid defense and the other team struggling to score. That's kind of what we saw in that first quarter. That's why we have a double-digit lead. Can we keep it up? I sincerely hope so, because this game does mean a lot for us. But you can't expect it with how the Timberwolves have played all season. They will make that comeback. We just got to be ready for it. Tyler says the Bulls need to hold this lead. Yeah, look, like I just said, the Bulls should hold the lead. I hope they do. It'd be a really big victory for the Bulls if they can. But expect the Timberwolves to come back. They are a very good team. They have 50-plus wins on their season. They're first in the Western Conference. Yes, we've beaten them before. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to give up. Because even last time we played them, they surged. They made it very difficult for us to win that game. And play defense and make shots? Definitely. Well, let's hope that we can see all of the above. Bulls are having their best game of all time. I don't know about that. I think my favorite game this season was against the Bucks. We won a pretty close game against the Bucks this season. I enjoyed that game heavily. I think our best game... We had a game against the Wizards that was pretty good. A game against Memphis that was pretty good. The Pacers game is one of our better ones as well. recently we versed the Pacers. Even the double overtime game against the Pacers was quite good. We've had good wins. I don't think anyone can deny we've had good wins. The problem is the wins aren't consistent. 2-game winning streaks, 3-game losing streaks, 3-game winning streaks, 2-game losing streaks. That's the Bulls in a nutshell. We are the definition of streak breakers because we set our own streaks to break. Anyway, second quarter has begun. Rudy Gobert finds Anderson. Walker misses the 3. Rebound to Drummond. Javonte Green back in the game here for the Bulls, or his first entry in this one. DeRozan to Drummond. Drummond says thank you very much for the slam dunk. He's taking no chances with layups at the rim. He knows Rudy Gobert can block a shot, so he gives him a chance not to. Mike Conley behind the back, trying to go beyond the screen. Walker finds Mike Conley open. Kobe White tries to contest. And Mike Conley hits the 3. Again, one of the more solid NBA guards in the league today. Definitely a fan favorite, I would say, for me. I love a Mike Conley. DeRozan loses it to Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves trying to go fast here. Conley to Anderson. Back to Mike Conley. Back to McLaughlin. Bounce pass to Anderson. Good defense. Better offense by the Minnesota Timberwolves. DeRozan had a hands up all the way there. Probably should have let that cut happen, but in the end, he recovered well. Just a better shot from Anderson there. Caruso. Pick and roll play. Finds Kobe White. Kobe White sidesteps. Spins into the paint. Caruso open in the corner. Doesn't shoot. There's 3 seconds left. Caruso's going to chuck it up in the corner. AC, 5 threes already. He's got 15 points. He's yet to miss. And that one was just pure ridiculousness. Mike Conley gets the floater to go. That shot was ridiculous. Caruso didn't shoot the first time. Wanted the post entry to Drummond. Drummond lost the ball. Caruso saves it, spins, and scores. Look at him looking like Curry out there. Kobe White misses the jump hook. Rebound to the Timberwolves. Bulls down, up by 9. Javonte Green wants to pick the pocket. He almost does. Mike Conley with 15 seconds left on the shot clock will shoot a 3. And it connects. Mike Conley keeping the Timberwolves well in the game. Kobe White goes over the screen, but obviously was a bit late going over that screen. Mike Conley wide open, shoots and scores. Timeout for the Bulls, trying to maintain that lead, ladies and gentlemen. The Timberwolves, of course, as expected, as ordered, will not go away. But what a shot for AC. I can't get over that. The luckiest of luck just happened to the Bulls there. Drummond better get some MVP votes or Sixth Man of the Year votes. I'm not sure we could truly say that. I think that's definitely something just, for this game and stuff like that. But I very much doubt you will see Drummond, especially the Sixth Man of the Year. I don't think that's happening. MVP is definitely not happening. But we know no one on this Bulls team deserves Sixth Man of the Year votes. We've had one of the worst benches the entire season. So, yeah, that sucks. I bet if Caruso was on this bench and didn't have to start the bulk of our games this season, he'd probably be up there for Sixth Man of the Year. There's a lot of good candidates out there every year. They tend to focus on the scorers more than they focus on all-around game. Caruso's definitely elevated his scoring this season. He's obviously, if he continues to play, I'm pretty sure he's very close to all NBA defensive voting again. People are definitely going to consider him for it. Maybe he could have done something. But he started the bulk of our games. Even Drummond started a bit of our games as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to see. I think the only candidacy for the Bulls to win an award this offseason is Kobe White for the most improved. I think Kobe White has to be more efficient the rest of the way if he's really going to get considered for that. but he's in my top 3 still. And I would be more than happy to give it to Kobe White. Because let's be honest, as soon as Zach LaVine wanted out, as soon as Zach LaVine was out for the season, as soon as Patrick Williams took his leave out for the season, I think a lot of Bulls fans thought we were not even going to make the play-in tournament. You know what I mean? Like, we've gotten 3 season-ending injuries, and they're all starters as well. And yet, we're in the 9th seed, which is where we were last year with most of those guys healthy for the entire year. You know, Patrick Williams played 82 games last season. LaVine had a good outing last season in terms of games at least. Had a good run at the end of the season, you know. And we were still the 10th seed. The Bulls haven't gone that further down without most of those guys for the bulk of the season. And I think a lot of that is because of Kobe White's development and recently Ayo's development. But yeah, most improved. I think that's the award the Bulls have a chance to win. Ayo Dosunmu enters that pick and roll, finds the corner. Kobe White fakes, enters the post for Drummond. Drummond doesn't get the bounce. Rebound to Naz Reid. McLaughlin to Mike Conley. Javonte Green guarding Conley. Reid will chuck up the 3. That's a miss. Rebound Javonte Green. Kobe White wants to play it a little bit fast. Finds DeRozan. With Anderson guarding, DeRozan's going to get to the rim. And he's going to get the smooth and silky layup to go. The marvelous shot from DeRozan. Bulls still up by 8. Anderson finds Alexander Walker right there. High off the glass and scores. Back and forth between the Bulls and the Timberwolves here, trading buckets. Kobe White with Mike Conley guarding. DeRozan. The Timberwolves really piling on the pressure defensively here, getting all up in our grill. DeRozan says it does not matter how close you get. I will still shoot over you. DeRozan picking things up. Naz Reid in the post. Loses the ball. Looks like Javonte Green may have got that steal. Kobe White running right to the rim. And 1. Naz Reid is limping off the court. That's not what you like to see right now. But Kobe White, that's, you know, if you ever play 2K, ladies and gentlemen, that is the definition of a slithery finisher. My man slithers like Randy Orton. His way to the bucket. Scores and 1. And Kobe White will go to the line for a free throw here. What a big play from Kobe White. Big play from Javonte Green defensively, getting the steal. Fantastic. And he gets the free throw to go as well. Since Australia is so big, do you think dinos like the ones from Jurassic movies are still running around the woods? It's a possibility. No, I do not think that. Again, we have pretty good wildlife education here in Australia. If there was dinosaurs here, I think there's a high chance we would know about it. I mean, we know about all the types of snakes and spiders. You know, you like to talk about them a lot. We have information about that. We don't have any information about about dinosaurs, sorry. Vucevic gets a jump hook or post hook to go as the Bulls continue their lead at the moment, 47-34, with 7 minutes to go in the half. He sneaks to the rim like Solid Snake, exactly. Walker for 3, that's a miss. Javonte Green secures the rebound. Kobe White finds Green to Dalen Terry. Back to Kobe White. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kobe to Vucevic. Vucevic is going to have to do a lot here. Mid-range, fadeaway, connects! Vooch and the Bulls finding their confidence. (49-34). Mike Conley tries to get Ayo on his back. An excellent bounce pass to Naz Reid for a layup. Yeah, Mike Conley's been phenomenal in this game. He's been their best player today. Io. Vucevic open for three. Shoots. Oh, stop it, Nikola Vucevic. Absolutely filthy. Scores the last 5 points for the Bulls. 7, I think, actually. Crazy. Mike Conley to Naz Reid. We'll see if those two can make the difference. They've been the key for the Timberwolves today. Naz Reid in the corner. Shoots. Misses short. Vucevic does well enough to fight for that rebound, but Kobe White secures it. 52-36. This could be in dangerous territory here for the Timberwolves. Kobe turns it over. Mike Conley playing the passing lanes there. Kobe kind of stumbles and falls and turns it over. Walker. Io contests, but he makes it. Kobe White jumped out at him. Io then followed suit, and it's a three-point shot made. Again, the Timberwolves just won't go away. That's a timely bucket for them. Dalen Terry to Vucevic. Vooch drives to the rim. Another steal for Mike Conley. He's everywhere for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid back to Mike Conley. And he gets the floater to go. He's in one of those moments at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, where he can't miss a shot and he can do no wrong. Timeout for the Bulls. Again, we had a chance to extend this well into, 20 plus figures. The Timberwolves, again, don't go away. And now we're only up by 11. Still a comfortable lead at the moment, but still, they won't go. You can never expect the Timberwolves to just walk away from a game. They will keep on fighting. They've got that type of system in there now. Last season, you see a game like this where we're up by 11, you'd probably think it's safe. Safe and secure. And, there's a very good chance we win the game. This season, when you verse the Timberwolves, if you go up by 11, you better be 100% at your A game the rest of the quarter, because they will not give up on it. I really like the Timberwolves. I really, really like the Timberwolves this season. It's hard not to when they're the first seeded team in the West. But I've been one of their biggest ridiculers, in all honesty. I know a lot of you guys might have not been present last season when I talked about the Timberwolves and what I thought about their team. I've always respected their team, but I thought the way that they just got Rudy Gobert and gave up every single bit of their future was a problem. And I also said, if they don't win a championship, this entire experiment fails, and they've given up everything of their future for a failed experiment. But this season, I don't know if they're going to win a championship this season, but being first in the West is proving, at least for the time being, this experiment is worth giving a shot. So I'm very, very happy for this Timberwolves team. A team that hasn't won a championship yet in their franchise, and they're fighting tooth and nail to get there. If only the Bulls had a bit of character like that, wouldn't you say? I think the Timberwolves are a good team, but not as good as Denver or Boston. I guess it's up in the air. I guess it really is up in the air. I mean, even as the 8th-seeded team last season, the Timberwolves brought a good fight to Denver in that play-in tournament, that playoff series in the first round last year. I think it was a 6-game series. So, with more experience, a better coaching style, development of their players, and just being together for an extra year, is that going to be enough to overthrow Denver? If they get to Boston, then congratulations, they've just made a finals. I mean, I still think it's Boston's year to win one. But if the Timberwolves can get to the finals, that's a big statement there. And if they make it to the finals, you have to believe that won't be the last time that they get there. Just by how young their team really is. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns is still really young. And Anthony Edwards is still really young. As long as Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert and all these other key role players on their team don't regress heavily, you should see them back there. We got Karl Anthony Towns rocking the Ricky Rubio jersey as well on the bench. That's nice. Again, maybe the Timberwolves are my second team, because I love Ricky Rubio as well. And they had him twice on their team. Dalen Terry shoots the 3, misses badly, rebounds to the Timberwolves. It seems like I like a lot about their team, but I don't necessarily have I do like Boston as well. I don't know. But let's not talk about second teams here. I'm a Bulls fan through and through. I'd rather retire than watch another team for 82 games. Anyway, the Wolves have to go all the way. Yeah, otherwise the experiment will be a fail if they go all the way. But at least, last season when they tried this experiment and they got the 8th seed, it looked like they completely, miserably failed on it. They stuck with it, and this season, they're the 1st seed. You have to give respect where it's due there. You know what I mean? At least now, the experiment, even if it's a fail, it might have been worth it just to get closer. Timberwolves couldn't stay the 8th seed forever. It feels like they're either last or the 8th seed the last couple of years. DeRozan misses both free throws. That's a rare sight to see. Rudy Gobert secures the rebound. Bulls still up, only by 9 at this point in time. Timberwolves still trying to go on that mini surge here. Naz Reid with Dalen Terry guarding. Naz Reid gets all the way to the rim. Bully ball, ladies and gentlemen. Dalen Terry commits his 3rd foul. Again, I like Dalen Terry. I'd take him out of the game. I don't think he's added anything to this game. He hasn't added any offense. Hasn't added any defense. And the way that the Timberwolves are playing, we haven't seen Drummond and Vooch play for a while together. If they're going to add Naz Reid and Rudy Gobert as their big men lineup, I would heavily consider playing Drummond and Vucevic. I mean, that's what got us the win last time we played them anyway. Just food for thought, I guess you could say. Either way, Naz Reid makes the free throw. Bulls only up by 8. Alex Caruso is having a good game. 5 from 5 from behind the line. He is indeed. He's been fantastic. He makes the play here that gives Iowa 3, and he misses though. The Timberwolves want to bring it downhill. Monte Morris enters that pick and roll with Rudy Gobert. Naz Reid. Caruso with the pickpocket. DeRozan and Io. Io, layup, scores. Again, Caruso makes the biggest difference. Gets the steal. Bulls in transition. And we've got Walker, I believe. It's McDaniels. He's the one that gets the layup to go for the Timberwolves. Still an 8-point game here. Trading buckets with Minnesota. DeRozan with Monte Morris guarding him. That's a matchup that everybody here likes. DeRozan will shoot over him and score over him. Again, no help sense Morris's way. DeRozan is not the type of guy that you can have a smaller guy guard. He can shoot over him. The Bulls get a steal. Vucevic. He's going to play it slow. Tries to find Caruso. Back to Vooch. Back to Caruso. DeRozan with Naz Reid guarding him. Naz Reid. Rip through. Is that an and one? It is an and one. Continuation call for DeMar DeRozan. The rip through. He gets it about once a game. And it's efficient and effective. He gets the bucket and the foul. I'll be honest, again, the refs call it differently every game with DeRozan. Some rip-throughs have no continuation. Some rip-throughs do have continuation. It looks like today and that specific call went in our favor. DeRozan makes the free throw. Bulls up by 13. Again, we're trading buckets with one of the better teams in the West. It would be cool if the NBA champs played the best basketball team those aliens can put together. Unless those aliens are like 20 feet tall and whatnot. You're thinking Space Jam, aren't you? You need to stop thinking about Space Jam. DeRozan is the best player in the world. Well, he's definitely one of the best mid-range shooters in the world. Vucevic turns it over. And we get the steal right back as Vucevic gets his hands in the passing lane. Caruso finds Kobe. We're going to take it slow. DeRozan with Naz Reid guarding. DeRozan gets everybody to jump on the pump fake. Kobe wide open for 3. Oh my goodness. I might shed it to you, ladies and gentlemen. DeRozan got 3 out of the 5 players on the Timberwolves to bite on a pump fake that led to a Kobe White open 3, and Kobe White does not disappoint. And in typical League Pass fashion, they've kicked me out of the app. Can we give a big round of applause to NBA League Pass, ladies and gentlemen, for running the most successful, streaming app in history. Where they kick people out of games, they reset games on a whim, they make you sign in mid-game. Heck, sometimes they won't even let you watch the game. Congratulations. The whole season, and nothing's changed in that regard. Anyway, I've put it back. Let's hope they don't kick me out again. DeRozan to Vucevic. It ends up back with DeRozan. 3 seconds left. He shoots. And there is a foul there on, I believe, McDaniels. So DeRozan will go back to the line where he's made a living for the Bulls, especially in today's game. Alright, DeRozan. Come on, we need these free throws. Let's just continue to expand that lead. He makes the first. 63-51. Alright, and DeRozan makes the second. 64-51. Bulls back up by 13. Here we go. Anthony Edwards here. Torrey Craig guarding. Edwards finds the corner. Morris for 3, and he scores. Those corner threes seem to always be open for the Timberwolves. We don't seem to guard that very well at all. 27 seconds left in the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. DeRozan drives. Vucevic shoots the 3. Misses. Torrey Craig gets the offensive rebound. Tries to go up. Gets blocked by Anthony Edwards. 10 seconds left. Bulls a chance to get the double-digit lead. Edwards with Torrey Craig guarding. They find the corner again. Morris tries to catch and shoot without even landing. Rudy Gobert is furious with Caruso. I don't know what happened there, but Rudy Gobert was not happy with the efforts of Alex Caruso. It looks like Caruso was just trying to box him out, and Rudy Gobert was having none of that. Vucevic is trying to hold Rudy Gobert, the Frenchman, back. The Frenchman might have acted in a very rude way. Anyway, halftime, ladies and gentlemen. 64-54 is the score. We are up by double figures. Look, we've had a very good half. Probably one of the better halves I've seen from the Bulls in a while. But, if you guys notice, the Minnesota Timberwolves are still in the game. You could talk about how good a half we've had. You could even make the claim that the Timberwolves have had a bad half. 54 points in the half is pretty average, in all honesty. They've had a very average half, to say the least. But they're still knocking on the door. And you know how the Bulls can be. One bad quarter is all it takes to really put the nail in the coffin for the Bulls. We have seen it from teams like the Warriors, Wizards, Rockets, Celtics, every other team, Orlando, Miami. So many times we've had horrible third quarters and horrible second halves that leads to the Bulls' demise. I've made videos about how bad our third quarters have been. So that's what we have to turn to next. The third quarter, championship quarter, ladies and gentlemen, is going to matter a big bunch. If we can continue to elevate our game against the third, you would have to believe the Bulls would be in for a comfortable win here. If the Bulls fall, miserable in the third, then therefore becomes miserable in the fourth, the Timberwolves will keep on knocking, scratching, and clawing to come back and win this game. We'll have to wait and see, but it's a good half. That's all we can take out of it at the moment. That's all I could say. That was a good first half by the Bulls. Indeed it was, Jimmy. Rudy needs to relax and take a chill pill. Look, it's competitive players doing some competitive things out there. Caruso trying to box out a 7'1" player. Rudy Gobert wasn't even looking at him, just kind of throws him away in a sense, and that was it. You know, no need to really escalate it any further. You know, no players need texts or anything like that. It was just a tough play. Move on. That's what I say. But with that being said, I'm going to quickly get a drink. You know, the Bulls have energized me, and now I'm completely famished. I need some electrolytes, you know, or maybe just any sort of fluids would be nice at the moment. So I will be right back. We'll talk about the halftime stats and see where we go from there. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Before we get into the halftime stats, I do want to quickly see what's happening around the NBA. See if there's any games of significance that we need to look at, aka look at the Hawks and the Sixers at the moment. So far, the 76ers are going to pick up a win against the Toronto Raptors. They are up by 12 with 5:46 left to go. Very hard for the 76ers to lose that game. And the Hawks have not played. So, this sucks. The Hawks are coming into this next game against us fresh. And we're going to play on the second night of a back-to-back. Man, sometimes timing really sucks, doesn't it? Let's take a look what's happening around the league then. So the Nuggets defeated the Cavs by 29 points. That's crazy. The Heat are beating the Wizards by 15. Obviously, Philly beating the Raptors. We got the Lakers beating the Brooklyn Nets by a hefty amount. I don't know the amount that is. That looks like it's 16 points, I think that is. I think that's right, 16 points. And that game is nearly over as well. There's about 4 minutes left in that game. The Clippers and the Hornets are in a 12-point game as well. And the Clippers are leading that one. The Thunder are beating the Knicks with about 32 seconds left of their half. Halftime, the Spurs are beating the Warriors. And the Mavericks are beating the Rockets by 20 plus. So there you go. That's what's happening around the league at the moment. I want to take a look at the last Atlanta Hawks game, because I'm pretty sure that might have been against Milwaukee. Yes, they lost to Milwaukee. That was the last... Anyway, sorry. That was the last game that the Hawks played. I think Boston could get 60 wins. They're close. I think they're very close, actually. There's about 8 games left. Boston only need 2 wins out of their next probably 8 or 7 games. Absolutely achievable for Boston. I think they will get 60 wins. They're very much on track. Okay, but with that being said, let's take a look at the halftime stats for the Bulls. And I want to really target out a few things here that I thought was very valuable. So, first and foremost, we've got 3 out of our 5 players in the starting lineup in double figures. DeRozan, 15. Caruso, 15, hasn't missed a shot. Vucevic has 12. Ayo and Kobe, the 2 guys that you really expect to put the scoring pressure on, hasn't really needed to do that. But in saying that, Kobe's got 6 points and 2 threes. Fairly efficient night for Kobe. It's about time. Ayo has 7 points and 4 assists, and he's been super efficient as well. So even though they haven't broke the bank in terms of points, they've done a very efficient job in the points that they have scored. So that's a key thing there. Torrey Craig comes off the bench with 3. Dalen Terry has 0. Drummond has 6. And Javonte Green at the moment has 0 as well. So I think bench production still needs a little bit of work. But so far, again, we've got 9 points off the bench for the Bulls. And for the Timberwolves, there's 14. So they're doing better off the bench than us, that's for sure. But there's a key thing I want to talk about from our halftime stats. Our field goal percentage, we're shooting 65% from the field. You let any team score 65% of their shots, they are going to win the game. So I think that's where the Timberwolves improvements need to improve. That's where the improvements lie. They need to make the Bulls miss some shots. They've also let us shoot 64% from the three-point line. That's kind of what we were letting Brooklyn do to us in many ways. To shoot a ridiculous percentage from the three-point line and a truly ridiculous percentage from the field. So yeah, I'll take that. That seems pretty good to me. Not to mention as well, we're actually struggling from the free throw line. So that's something I'd like to see improve a little bit. Only 62% from the line. That's a percentage I'd like to see improve. The Timberwolves side of things, if you're comparing, they've shot 53% from the field and 38% from the three-point line. So they've struggled from 3 today. But in saying that, in saying that their statistics look pretty normal. And, they are normal. I think ours are just out of this world at the moment. And I've literally just let everything fall. I don't know what just happened there. But there you go. Let's try and fix this now. Why don't we? There we go. All good. And we're back. So, what I'd like to see for the Bulls heading into this next half. Well, firstly, we know Bulls are prone to having really bad halves. Especially the second half. We've always looked at the second half as a disaster for the Bulls every single time. Very rarely do you look at a Bulls game and say, wow, they had a really good half. They had a really good second half. So I'd like to see the Bulls make a statement and prove me wrong today and have a strong second half. A strong start to the second half, let's say. Because that's how you're going to win the game. You can't give them a break, if you know what I mean. As soon as you let the Timberwolves back in, they're going to take it and run from you. They're not going to they're not going to give you the win, if you know what I mean. So a strong second half is an essential part for the Bulls. I'm talking about stops. I'm talking about continuation of shots. I do not want to see the Bulls at the end of this third quarter score 16 to 18 points and produce one of the worst quarters of the game. That's what I don't want to see. The second thing I kind of want to see from the Bulls, look, we have to also come to the realization that Caruso might not make every single shot going forward. He's 5 from 5 at the moment, which is great. But we might not see Caruso make every single shot in the second half. It'd be crazy if he did. A truly memorable game for him. So with that being said, you have to improve at the free throw line. If you can't make every shot, the least you could do is get to the line. DeRozan's done it very well today. And a couple of other guys have done it as well. Get to the line. Please make your free throws. Be efficient from the free throw line. That 1 point can make all the difference in the end. You got to take advantage of those shots when you have them. So that's another thing I'd like to see improve. And I'd like to see turnovers reduced. I think this has been a problem for both teams today. They've been, stinking up the joint with turnovers. I think both teams have done it. But the Timberwolves haven't necessarily made us pay as much as they should have. But still, another area I'd like to see improved. Reducing free throws. Again, you can't give Minnesota fast break opportunities and second chance points and stuff like that if they don't have the ball as much. So reducing turnovers makes them have the ball less. It's basic stuff. The ball less means less chances to win. Simple as that. So yeah, there's a whole lot of things I'd like to see the Bulls improve in, but we're up by double figures. You have to acknowledge it's still a good start by the Bulls, and there's still a long way to go. As you guys can see at the moment, the players are back on the court. They're just shooting around for a bit, warming up. All right. Here we go. Caruso warming up. They're all coming back on, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Caruso only played with 100 plus steals and 100 plus threes. Wow. Congratulations to AC. Doing it on both ends. That's what we like about him this season. Alright, here we go. Third quarter time. Caruso already tips the ball out of bounds. Already making a difference to start the quarter. Kobe White needs to get out of that paint, and he does. Naz Reid. A carry violation from Naz Reid. That will go to the Bulls. A bad way to start the quarter for the Timberwolves. Absolutely. Alright, Io. Answers that pick and roll. No one picks him up. He tries to bounce past the Vooch, and he misses. Conley. To Naz Reid. Back to Edwards. Edwards will just chuck up the three. That's a miss. Rebound, Kobe White. Kobe White with Naz Reid guarding. Bounce pass to Caruso. Caruso Euros to Vucevic for the jump hook and the score. Again, I think another positive for the Bulls that I didn't really mention, their driving lanes have caused a lot of open shots for Vucevic in this game. A lot of driving kicks, a lot of driving passes to, bounce pass, or it's a regular pass to Vucevic for an open score. Rudy Gobert and their centers, they definitely like to block shots, and they're going to go for the rim protection. Vucevic just, being able to spread the floor just a tad bit is really helping out the Bulls. Kobe White open for three, And he scores. We've had a good start to the quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Bulls up by 12. Is Karl-Anthony Towns hurt? I think he is. I think he tore his meniscus, I think. And he's meant to be reevaluated in 4 weeks' time, which is around playoff action. So, yeah, it's a tough break for the Timberwolves to see Karl-Anthony Towns out. Hopefully, everything goes according to plan. God willing, we can see Karl-Anthony Towns come playoff time. Because I don't want to see this Timberwolves team kind of waste their chance because of a big injury like that. Anthony Edwards gets all the way to the rim. He scoops and he scores. He's always a threat going downhill. We need to try and force him to shoot those threes. He's not really been in rhythm today from the three-point line. DeRozan, Bulls up by 10. Enters that pick and roll. And he gets Mike Conley on the foul. He's got the veterans to jump at him, ladies and gentlemen. We know the youngsters like to jump to the pump fake. You don't have to see veterans do it. Mike Conley falls right into the trap. Well done by DeRozan. He'll go to the line once more, making a living from the free throw line. And he misses the first. These are points we're not going to get back. Can't be shooting 60% from the line today. That's not good enough. These are easy gimme points. DeRozan makes the second. Up by 11. Alright, Mike Conley to Edwards. Back to Conley. Io guarding. Edwards, there's a double screen there. Io switches on. Bulls look locked in on the defensive end. The corner, Naz Reid shoots the three. Kobe White guarded that well, and it's off. Excellent defensive possession there by the Bulls. Kobe finds DeRozan. DeRozan to Caruso. Open for three. He shoots, and he scores. Oh, 6 for 6 for Caruso. He's wearing the 6 proud as well, ladies and gentlemen. He's wearing that 6 really, really well. 6 from 6 from 3. I'm crying. Caruso's mate. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Steph would look at this and say, wow, that's my protege right there. Timeout Timberwolves, 75-61. This is exactly the start I was looking for. Making a statement at the very beginning of the half. We've made some big threes. DeRozan getting to the free throw line. We've got some good stops in there. A perfect way to start the third quarter. What a statement being made by the Bulls thus far. And let's hope it continues even further. Aiden is a happy Bulls fan at the moment. It's like Christmas. You're getting everything you want. I'm getting everything I want from this Bulls team, and I hope it continues for the rest of the time. With that being said, we've got about 6-ish people here in Watch Along at the moment. I don't necessarily know the exact figure that is tuning into this Watch Along, but if you're enjoying the Watch Along and you haven't liked the stream already, feel free to like the stream. If you are new to the channel in general, subscribe if you haven't already. It takes a couple of seconds out of your day, and it really does help me out. The more likes that we get, the more people will probably become aware of the watch-alongs, which of course is what we necessarily want. We want more people to watch, more interaction, maybe get even some Timberwolves fans in there, and, you know, have a good time. Just discuss things, talk, all those great things that you do in a watch-along. And for those people that have liked the stream already, you know, the consistent people that are always in here, thank you guys so much for continuing to stick by me throughout the entire season. It's been a long and grueling season, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you a bit of a secret. I'm quite happy that this season's nearly coming to an end. Maybe if we were the first seed, I'd feel differently. But we're the 9th seed, so I'm slightly happy. I can't lie. You know, I don't want to lie to you guys. I'm a little bit happy that sooner than later this season will come to an end. But yeah. While it's still here, I'm happy to see us make the most of it. I'm happy to see you guys stick by me as well. You know, we're at that point in the season where people don't watch games. When I was a Bulls fan, 3-4 years ago, maybe not 3 years ago because I was doing Bulls content, but maybe 5 years ago now, I would have stopped watching by January. And we sucked back then. So, yeah. I'm happy that people are still watching and still tuning in. Anthony Edwards drives to the rim. No foul called. He's complaining. Kobe White goes downhill. He's trying to source up. And he passes it to no man's land. And he's fallen on the floor roughly there. Bad play by Kobe White. He's had a couple of those ones where he's just passed to nobody. Edwards, you can tell he wants the call so badly. Ayo gets the steal. Ayo dos tres, come run with me. He didn't score the three, but he got the layup in transition. He got a steal as well. Big play by Ayo. Mike Conley bounce passes to Gobert. Walker to Edwards. Edwards drives. And he gets the layup to go. Again, he wants the call. He's not getting any call from the refs today. He must be furious because you've seen guys like DeRozan living right at the free throw line. Yet Edwards has been driving to the rim all night long. Has not really gotten any call. Man, I love Ayo in transition. It's so majestic when he runs in transition like that. I don't know what it is, but it's just, whatever it is, it's good. DeRozan, fakes, shoots, high off the glass, misses. Edwards wants to continue to go downhill. Drives to the rim, Vucevic, Euroed. Vucevic gets cooked with the Euro step. Ball still up by 12. Anthony Edwards trying to surge this Minnesota team. Ayo gets blocked by Rudy Gobert. Mike Conley. Vucevic gets out. And Rudy Gobert gets the and one. Vucevic gets out. My apologies. So you saw the cross match there between the Bulls and the Timberwolves. Just to re-explain it, because I didn't do a good job there. Obviously, Rudy Gobert gets the block. They end up finding Mike Conley. Vucevic, being the first one back, gets out to the three-point line to not give up the three. But since Vucevic is out the three, Rudy Gobert running back right down the center of the court, gets mismatched with Kobe White on him. He scores the and one. Rudy Gobert will go to the line. Timeout by the Bulls as well. A big swing there for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A chance to bring it back to single digits at the free throw line here. We've got about 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, so still anybody's game at the moment. We've got to be very much aware of that. But yeah, let me know in the chat, guys, what are you thinking about the game? And feel free to ask any questions in general about the Bulls or anything. I'm more than happy to answer questions, or get any interaction whatsoever. It'd be lovely. But until then, we must wait for the timeouts. Slowly but surely, these timeouts will take place, and then we can get back to commentating the game as well. But 77 points within about 3 quarters, 2.5 quarters. That's a really good return for the Bulls. Offensively, we've been rather strong. Yeah, I'm quite impressed. But no matter how much impressed, how impressed I am with the Bulls, the Timberwolves are still there, bro. They're like that fly in summer. You know the flies in summer? They just don't want to leave you. No matter what you do, no matter how much you want to, try and kill it, spray it, slap it, whatever it is, they just don't leave you. That's kind of what it feels like here. They're like that bug on the wall that just doesn't leave. You have one chance to kill it, and if you miss, they'll hide, but they'll come back. It's like they're there to torment you. The Bulls are having a good game tonight. They need to keep playing good defense and offense and win the game. Again, Minnesota's a team that won't go away. Whew. So we got to be ready for anything. All right, timeout looks like it's done. We will see Rudy Gobert at the line for one extra free throw. And he just kicked the ball at the ref. Is that not a tech? Come on. I'm joking. Come on, Rudy. Missed this one. He scores it. Minnesota into single digits right now. A 9-point game. All right, DeRozan. Finds Vucevic in the pick and roll. Vucevic mid-range. Ayo with the putback. It misses. It's Javonte, with the putback. He gets the steal, though. Ayo. We reset the possession. Vucevic open for three. In and out. Gets wide open and misses the three. Edwards misses the layup really badly there. It's like the ball slipped out of his hands. He's complaining about the whistle. And McDaniels commits the foul on Kobe. I'd like to see that replay on Anthony Edwards because the ball looked like it completely slipped out of his hands there. Let's take a look at this. I think Ayo does have some contact, especially with the chest. But there's not enough in there, in my opinion, for him to miss that badly. Like, he had a wide open lane to the rim. Ayo gave up just trying to defend him there. Conley with the tip. That will go back to the Bulls. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Alright, DeRozan. Shoots the three. Oh, DeMar DeRozan. Behind the back three. What the heck is going on? Bulls back up by double figures. Mike Conley here. Trying to find Edwards. Kobe White guarding. We need to send that double. Ayo trying to help. Double's being sent. They find Mike Conley. Vucevic gets out to the three-point line. Rudy Gobert open for the slam. Good ball movement for the Timberwolves to get the open shot. DeRozan to Vucevic to Kobe White. Bulls up by 9. Kobe. Bounce past to Vucevic. Javonte Green open in the corner. Shoots and scores. Javonte Green's first shot of the night, and it's a bucket for him. Alright, Mike Conley. Ayo goes under the screen. Mike Conley lobs it to Rudy Gobert and he gets it to go. The pick and roll right now is being the disappointment for the Bulls. We're allowing everything in the pick and roll. Kobe. Back to Ayo. Vucevic in that post. Finds Ayo again with Mike Conley guarding. Ayo to DeRozan. DeRozan. Trying to dribble his way into a bucket. 2 seconds left. Shoots. Off. Vucevic tries to get the offensive rebound. He tips it to the wrong team. Walker gets blocked by Ayo. You can see Vucevic's frustration. He had the rebounding position there, but he tips it to the wrong man. And they've changed the DeRozan three-point shot that he made a couple of possessions ago to a long two, which is the correct call. Alright. DeRozan is to come out of the game and Caruso comes back in. Caruso's made a big difference in this one. It's nice to see multiple efforts really being counted for in this game. Edwards gets the inbound. He's in the post. Caruso guarding. Edwards will probably shoot this. He finds Naz Reid. Naz Reid for three. And it connects. Big shot for them. They needed that three. And they're back down by 7. Caruso. Bounce past to Vucevic. They almost steal it. They do steal it. Anthony Edwards in transition. That's not a nice place to be. He misses the layup again. It has to be a frustrating night for Anthony Edwards to miss all these layups right close to the rim. It's not like him to miss these shots. Io. Change of speed. It looks like there was a foul call there on Naz Reid with 7 seconds on the shot clock. We got lucky there because if there was no foul call, Io turned that ball over. Wow. Alright. Io inbounds it and it finds Alex Caruso. AC. Gets hit on the screen. They don't call it. Drummonds. Gets blocked by Reid. Minnesota stepping up their defense here. Anderson. Alexander Walker misses the three. Anthony Edwards misses another layup. Io wants to run. And he runs indeed. Runs right to the rim for a score. Timeout Chicago. Bulls up by 9. Again, this must feel like Christmas. We're seeing Anthony Edwards miss all these shots that he should be making. And the Bulls are capitalizing on the other end. Io, with 2 people trying to guard him in transition, takes it all the way and scores. Not afraid of the moment. A timeout for Minnesota. This is crazy. I mean, I don't want to, add salt to the wounds here, but since the game is still being played, we have to look at Anthony Edwards' stats at the moment. He has 15 points, so he's still producing. But he's 7 from 15, and a lot of those shots are really poorly missed layups. Like, it's not accustomed to see Anthony Edwards miss these shots that we're seeing him miss. It's wild. It's a wild night right now between both teams. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Let's go. Timeout over. It's time to play. Alright, Minnesota get their inbounds. Reid in the post. Loses the ball. It's Bulls ball. Good defensive possession for the Bulls here with 3 minutes to go in the third. Alright, AC. Trying to find DeRozan. He ends up finding Andre Drummond. And DeRozan does get the ball with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Dalen Terry open for 3. That one's a miss. Rebound to the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards trying to size up. AC trying to be that nuisance. Dalen Terry's on him now. Dalen Terry trying to be a nuisance. Gets right to the rim. He misses the layup. And they finally give him the foul call that he's looking for. Anthony Edwards points at who it's... Anthony Edwards is funny, man. DeRozan's complaining about the foul call, right? And Anthony Edwards literally just says, it's him, bro. He's snitching on him, bro. He's like, it's him. It's him. He did it. That's funny. He makes the free throw. Oh, what a character he is, man. And he makes both. Again, he's missed a lot of really big shots tonight, Anthony Edwards, but still got 16 points, making a difference regardless. DeRozan. Back to DeRozan. In the post. Almost turns it over. The ball is saved. DeRozan's going to have... Javonte Green's going to have to shoot this. He's out of bounds. Minnesota not running away from the moment. A big stop again. They don't go away. They got a couple of deflections on that possession and it led to a turnover for the Bulls. Anthony Edwards here. 2 minutes to go. Minnesota trying to come back. Trying to complete that comeback. Morris, they're back to Edwards. Edwards in the post. Caruso guarding. Kobe White has that help defense responsibility. They're there. A turnover for Anthony Edwards. Good help from the Bulls. Let's take a look at this again. Kobe White with the help defense forces Anthony Edwards into a bad shot. Then DeRozan as well with help defense on the other side of the court. The Timberwolves really putting on their pressure defensively. They're trying to stop all the ball handlers from having a good time. Kobe finds Javonte Green. Javonte Green will shoot the three. Drummond tries to get the rebound before he even hits the rim. Edwards, Caruso with the block. DeRozan in the post. Turns it over. Too many turnovers from both teams at the moment. Morris. Javonte Green with the block. But Kobe White's going to get called for the foul call. Javonte Green using his athleticism. Athleticism we sorely miss. To get that block shot. But Kobe White commits the foul. Hands up defense all the way. But his body was all out of sorts there. I wouldn't... that's... Look, I would personally call that clean, but... You know, I'm a bit biased, I have to admit. Anyway. Free throws for Morris. And the Timberwolves will not go away. I went to get my daily fried chicken and the Bulls are still winning. Yes, they are. They're still winning. But it's getting closer and closer for the Timberwolves here. They're scratching and clawing like Wolves would do. Morris makes both free throws. It is only a 5-point game. All right. You can tell the energy of the game has shifted here. Minnesota putting all the pressure on the ball handlers. Caruso will shoot the three. Missed. Drummond with the offensive rebound. DeRozan in the corner. Shoots. Air balls. Rebound Minnesota. Edwards trying to find Morris. Morris to the corner for Anderson. Back to Edwards for three. He missed it. Drummond will secure the rebound. We definitely need to slow things down here. 28 seconds left in the quarter. The Bulls want to have the lead by the end of the third. DeRozan almost loses it again. Finds AC. AC gets to the middle of the lane. And they call a travel violation on Caruso. We haven't really cleaned up our turnover issues at the moment. And that's another one to add to the cause. 18 seconds left. Minnesota will probably take the last shot of the quarter here. We got Edwards. Bounce pass to Anderson. They're trying to look for Naz Reid off the dribble. Javonte Green, help defense is there. Morris. Bad shot. And that is the end of the third, ladies and gentlemen. The Timberwolves end up having the better quarter overall. Let's take a look at how much they outscored us in that quarter. So, I'm assuming this is the right score here. Yes, it is. Minnesota outscore us by 5. Hence why the Bulls are winning by 5. You guys were unaware, we were up by 10 at the halftime break. A really, really slow end to the quarter there for the Bulls. And that's brought the Timberwolves all the way back. Nonetheless, one more quarter of action left, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we're entering fourth quarter time. If you haven't liked the stream already, feel free to do so. It's completely free to do, and it definitely helps out tremendously. We try to get the double-digit like goals. We are 3 likes away from getting to double digits. That always means a lot. But fourth quarter time, one more quarter of action left. Bulls up by 5. We're in a not comfortable, but we're in position to win this game. When you have away games like this, to be up by the end of the third is a pretty big statement. But it's time to finish your work. It's time to finish your dinner, if you know what I mean, you know? You've been cooking and cooking and cooking all game. It's time to finish what you started. Don't let them come back now. Don't burn your meal now. Let's try and get this win. Whew. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling very tired. I can't lie. But I'm very happy the Bulls have given me a fun game to watch today. And before the fourth quarter begins, let's quickly take a look and see if Philly did end up winning that game. Where is it? Where is it? Yep, Philly did beat the Toronto Raptors. Again, we're just analysing the 8th seed at the moment. Even if we don't necessarily catch up to them, it's potential scouting. Yeah. On a personal note, what is your occupation besides YouTube? You say you wake up around 10. I don't. Today I woke up around 10 for the Bulls game. I help with a family business. Of course, my family's business. I help also with some property. But to be honest, I'm still looking for work. Like a proper 9 to 5 type of job. I'm still looking for that. It's very hard in Australia to get work like that without experience. And unfortunately, everybody wants experience. You don't really find jobs that will give you a chance to really gain your experience. That's just the harsh reality of, I guess, looking for jobs these days. So I'm doing a little bit of stuff. Again, you know, YouTube does, I'm very fortunate that YouTube does pay me money, even if it's a small amount. I'm still very fortunate from that. I'm very fortunate to have a family business, I guess, as well. It's difficult, but it's, it's running. And I'm still looking. That's all I could really say. Alright, Rudy Gobert gets fouled. That was a big shot. I think DeRozan made a big shot there. Both teams make big shots to start the fourth. Bulls still up by 7. That was Kobe White with the big shot. He makes a big 3 to start the fourth quarter for the Bulls. All right. Oh, Bulls get a steal. Rudy Gobert's going to pick it up, though, and slam it down. All right, DeRozan. Mid-range misses. Rebound Timberwolves. 89-84. 5-point game. Anderson finds Conley. Conley hasn't really scored much in the second half, if at all. Anderson finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin to the corner. Good defense by the Bulls. Can they finish it? Tough shot, Rudy Gobert. Gets the and one, and he's flexing on Drummond. That's crazy. I think he might have forgot earlier in the game Drummond posterized him, but that's okay. They're surging. Only a 3-point game here. The Bulls not having a good start to the fourth quarter, but Rudy Gobert lays it down. He'll be shooting one. This is also, I think, a problem around the world. People want people with experience, but won't give you work to have exactly. It's exactly what the way that you just described it. You know, you look at every job and they say experience needed, experience needed, experience needed. Unless you get a job like when you're 15 years old, you're not going to have experience. The way that I went down, I focused on my uni degree and high school, and I didn't really work. That clearly was the wrong choice. And now I don't have much experience, and now they're not willing to give someone like me experience. So I have to wait for the right time. Stay patient. Keep doing what I do, you know. I still have ambitions on YouTube to be successful. You know, I've got a gaming channel I'd like to see flourish one day. Still have the Bulls channel that's doing well. I can't complain in the position that I'm in. I don't want to sound like I'm a complainer or anything like that, but I'm just trying to tell you the truth. I'm still looking, and I do feel like there's a lot of jobs out there that I could do, but I won't have the chance to do because they need experience and I don't have it. It's as simple as that. DeRozan mid-range gets it to go. All right, here we go. Anderson with the spin move. That might be his first buckets of the night, and it's an and one as Kobe White commits the foul on the spin move. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in a tight game here. 88-91, a free throw made. And it's going to be 2 points here. What consoles do you game on? So the game, like I've done Let's Play, I'm doing Let's Plays, which I know is a very old-fashioned thing to do, but that's what I like to do. So the consoles that I play on, PS5, of course. I've tried PS2 games, Nintendo Switch, but I do want an Xbox, because the thing about streaming, especially because I'm a PlayStation guy. I've always been a PlayStation guy. By the way, Io is going to go to the free throw line here, just to kind of balance things out. I've always been a PlayStation guy, and I do own a PS3, but one thing about streaming PS3 games, can't do it. You need to buy some sort of device that makes you be able to do it, but it's pure luck if it works. And the one that I bought didn't work, so I'm not going to spend $20 over the next 10 times buying something hoping it would work. Some sort of HD split or whatever it is. So I'd rather invest in an Xbox and have the backwards compatibility, and Xbox allows you to stream. So I do think I would need one of them if I want to stream any PS3 games. For example, like the COD games. There are so many good COD games, you know? And I love the campaigns of those games. But if I can't stream the PS3 versions of those, so you know what I mean? And I don't have a good enough PC to stream PC games, so it has to be consoles. Anyway, hopefully that answers your question. PlayStation's my primary console, put it that way, and just like everybody I ever known, the secondary console is the Nintendo Switch. Everybody owns a Nintendo Switch as a secondary console. Mike Conley for three. Missed. Io gets the rebound. I don't know what's happening here, but I think the Timberwolves have the lead. Drummond working hard in the paint. Gets blocked. They've literally changed their score. I don't know if you guys are watching the game. There must be something that's confusing. Because the Minnesota Timberwolves score changed from 92 to 93 back to 89. What's happening there, I do not know. But yeah. Very confusing stuff. Either way, 93 to 89, I assume, is the score. All right. McLaughlin to Walker. Kobe White gets the block. Walker gets his own miss. And there's a foul on Torrey Craig that will send him to the line. Is that McDaniels? I get confused between those two. They're both wearing headbands and they both have the same haircut. It's McDaniels. There we go. See? Now I know. He misses the free throw. He misses the first. That's big. I'm a PlayStation guy too, but my Nintendo's killing it with all these old ports and older games. Yeah, but you know the one thing I liked about Nintendo? It's the virtual console that they used to have. I mean, every single console had it. The Wii had it. The Wii U had it. They haven't necessarily... They've done, you know... It's kind of like they divided it into packages that you pay which one you want to use. There's a lot of GameCube games I'd love to play, but I can't because I don't own a GameCube, and the Switch is only the console that I can stream on. But they don't really have much GameCube games there, which is sad, but it is what it is. Naz Reid in the post. Finds McDaniels, back to Naz Reid for three, and he's got it. It's back to 3 points. But you're right, Nintendo has killed it, man. That Switch idea has literally been revolutionary. Look at all of the like handheld consoles now. You know, from the Steam Deck to all these other ones. All of that has come from the Nintendo Switch and their ideas. They've revolutionized gaming. They always have. They've always been the revolution to gaming. You know, PlayStation can make games look better. They can program their systems to become more powerful, like what PCs do. But no one revolutionizes gaming like Nintendo. They've always been the creators. And everybody else follows. Anyway, Kobe White. Javonte Vucevic for three. That's off. And the Timberwolves secure the rebound. We got Anthony Edwards. Shoots the three. They're trying to tie the game. He's tied it, ladies and gentlemen. And he's jumping. And they're smiling. They've got their groove back, Minnesota. Timeout. 96 apiece. Look. We knew what was going to happen. I've been trying to tell you guys the entire game. They will not go away. And look at them now. Tied the game in their home territory. The crowd is in it. Anthony Edwards is back. Oof. We're in for a tight finish and probably another clutch game incoming here for Chicago. But you must admit, after being up all game, if for whatever reason we do fall to the Minnesota Timberwolves, you have to wonder. Is this a wasted opportunity? All right. Play in, hopefully. Io will own Trey again. Fingers crossed, I guess. Again, the reason why I want the 9th seed, because I don't think we're going to catch the 8th seed anymore. The reason why I want that 9th seed is because at least the play-in game will be at our home turf. We get the playoff atmosphere. We get the crowd on our side. That's what I want. Hello, Peter. You seem to come at the most awkward times, don't you? All right. We're in for a big... How long left? How long until this game is over? 7 minutes. We've got 7 minutes of action to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 2. Maybe you're ahead of me in terms of the game. They haven't changed it yet, but if it's a 2, then we're still up. Fantastic. Yeah, you're right. ESPN just changed it there. David's on one, you know. He's from the future. He knows all. He might be able to tell us who wins the game. I just joined. Can I get a quick summary? Bulls were up by 10. Minnesota didn't go away. Now it's a tie game. That's the quick summary for you. Bulls were up big. What do you classify? I don't think 10 points is a big lead, but yeah, that's the summary. I could give you maybe a better summary. Bulls were up all game, and now it's a tie game. Or now it's not. The Bulls still have the lead by 1. DeRozan finds Vucevic. AC drives all the way. What a pass to Vooch. Vooch with the spinning mid-range. That's off. And again, the Timberwolves with a chance to take the lead. Anthony Edwards running all the way down. He's going to take it slow. Spin move on Io. DeRozan with the help. Good job sending the help. Do that again, please. Force Anthony Edwards into a tough shot. AC with the help. There it is. Reed open for 3. He shoots. Misses. Timberwolves get their own miss. Another 3. Another miss. And they get their own miss again. Edwards for 3. Another miss. This time we secure the rebound. We've given them a lot of opportunities to take that lead, and they failed to make the 3. Kobe drives all the way to the rim. Rudy Gobert all over him. Finds DeRozan. 5:47 to go in the game. DeRozan in the post with Anthony Edwards guarding. Shoots. Doesn't get the roll. Rebound to the Timberwolves. Both teams can't seem to buy a bucket at the moment. McLaughlin. Back to Edwards. Edwards with the behind the back. Silky smooth. Finds McLaughlin. Naz Reid for 3. He shoots. Missed. Rudy Gobert with the putback. And it's an and 1. Rudy Gobert playing big for the Minnesota Timberwolves at the moment. He gets the bucket and the foul. He doesn't have a whole bunch of range, Rudy Gobert, but he's making the difference where it matters the most. He rebounds the ball there. Io with a horrible box out. To be fair, Rudy Gobert does push him in the back, but they don't call that. Rudy Gobert goes to the line for 1. And he makes it. Minnesota up by 2. The Bulls have officially given up the lead. A really bad fourth quarter. Bulls almost turn it over. Vucevic does. What is he doing? And that's a horrible play. Vucevic almost... that's disgusting. What is he doing? So, okay. Minnesota's already in the bonus, right? But Vucevic... those are the type of... I'm pretty sure that's a transition take foul. So that's going to send Minnesota to the line, and they're going to get possession again. Vucevic, in a very, very, very important time of the game, may have just cost us the game. A transition take foul at this area is a horrible foul to give away. Wow. Talk about lack of discipline. That's a 32-year-old man that has multiple years in experience. Double-figure years in experience. Giving up a foul like that. And there's a timeout called by the Bulls as well. We also got double-digit likes on the stream. Thank you guys very much for that. Always appreciate the double-digit like goal. I don't know, man. That highly lack of discipline on that foul. Why did he... It must have been frustration. That's the only thing I can think of. It's the only thing I can think of as to why Vucevic would make such a stupid play. Mike Conley having another great game, 19 points and 6 assists. One of the better point guards in the league today. And you can see why with those stats. Still doing it over the age of 30, still killing it in this league. So I'm assuming maybe if they're in the bonus as well, does that give them free throws? The Bulls have timed out. It'd be interesting to see if the Timberwolves come back with some free throws. Either way, it'll be their possession. Wow. Alright, we're waiting for the timeout to come to an end. Whew. What can you do? This timeout's taking forever, by the way. I don't know what time. Bro, did they call like a 15-minute timeout or something? Alright. Let's see what's going to happen here. Will the Timberwolves get free throws, or will it be just their possession? Either way, it hurts us, because they've scored pretty much anything they wanted in this quarter. Alright. Okay, no free throws for Minnesota. They explained it very well. The transition take foul does not lead to free throws, even if they are in the bonus. But it's still a free throw and their possession right here. Which could be even worse if they make a three. Anderson here. Enters that pick and roll. DeRozan with the steal. And he gets the layup to go. Okay. Vucevic may have had a smart play after all. I mean, it's not smart in the grand scheme of things, but that does work out for the Bulls. We got the stop. They did make the free throw. And DeRozan pickpockets Walker and gets the layup. There you go. And that's another timeout. This one by the Timberwolves. If there's any more timeouts, I might just go to sleep at this point, you know? It's crazy. Alright, 5 minutes to go. Bulls down by 1. In about 8 seconds time. Hold on. How is that 8 seconds? No. It's not 8 seconds. We're officially in another clutch game, ladies and gentlemen. There's 4:41 to go in the game. The Bulls have officially entered another clutch game. We have so many of them to pick from. But another one coming today. Keep in mind as well, we've got a back-to-back tomorrow against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta, the 10th seed, 1 game away from the 9th seed. The Bulls, 9th seed, 1 game away from the 10th seed. So, that's going to be a big game. Depending, of course, what happens here, it could all change. This game is massively important for us. Anderson with the spin, the shot, misses the layup. Bulls with the rebound, DeRozan. A chance to regain this lead, DeRozan is in the post. Rudy Gobert guarding, DeRozan. Fakes one way, needs some help. And Caruso's the one that secures the help. This Bulls team's not moving properly at all. Kobe White. Really, really bad offense. Kobe White misses. Again, no ball movement, no player movement at all in that possession. And the Bulls get a miss. Edwards. They find the corner on the other side. A missed 3, Rudy Gobert. Gets the offensive rebound and he's going to go back to the line for more free throws. Can the Bulls challenge calls? Does Io get any of Rudy Gobert on that possession? Rudy Gobert pushes Vucevic in the back and they do not call it. But he misses the free throw. So they're showing multiple highlights of Rudy Gobert just shoving people in the back. We're petty when we can get petty, ladies and gentlemen. Just missed the second to make it all better. He misses both. Playground justice, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, we need a bucket and we need it now. DeRozan. Ball in his hands with 3:37 left to go in the game. Wants to drive on Anderson. Finds Caruso. Will go back to DeRozan with 6 seconds left. DeRozan will shoot the three. Oh, the marvelous shot from DeRozan. Bulls back up by 2. What a shot. Alright, we got Conley. To Rudy Gobert. Back to Conley. Anderson to McDaniels. McDaniels misses the 3. Another offensive rebound. Edwards for 3. Another miss for the Timberwolves. Vucevic will secure the rebounds. Settle down the troops, ladies and gentlemen. We got the lead back. We need another bucket. DeRozan with the trusty hands in this game. Shoots the mid-range. Misses that one. Vucevic with an offensive rebound. Back to DeRozan. A double screen happening at the top of the key. They find Vooch. Vooch with the volleyball pass to Caruso for 3. Volleyball works out, ladies and gentlemen. That is a volleyball pass if I've ever seen one. And Caruso with 21 points on the night makes one of the biggest threes of the game. Conley turns it over. Momentum swinging to the Bulls. Kobe White in transition gets the layup over Anthony Edwards. Time out. Minnesota. The Bulls have secured a big run with 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Alex Caruso, man. What a Bulls legend. Crazy. Gets the 3. Beautiful stuff. We got the run when it mattered the most, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. 106-99 with 2 minutes to go. You'd have to assume the Bulls play it smart here. Waste the clock. Don't give the Timberwolves any chance to get a steal and run in transition. You have to waste the time now. You're up. You're up by a comfortable margin with 2 minutes to go. Gotta waste all the time on the clock. Brian is excited. He's doing the Daniel Bryan yes movement. What a run. The Bulls just put the Timberwolves to sleep. What a win. Yeah, that's definitely a troll right there. Peter trying to jinx us, ladies and gentlemen. With 2 minutes to go, we just have to waste the clock. Timberwolves are going to have a chance to bring it back. If we get a stop here, waste the clock as much as possible. Don't give them room to maneuver. Don't give them any transition points. Waste that clock as much as possible. Here we go. Edwards is going to drive right to the rim. He's going to get the dunk. That's not the right play to give up to the Minnesota Timberwolves with that amount of time. That was a quick play for the Timberwolves. Alright, waste the clock as much as possible. Up by 5 at the moment. Io with the ball, 9 seconds left. You have to assume DeRozan's going to get this ball. And he does. DeRozan, long 2. Missed. Rebound Anthony Edwards. 1:32 left in the fourth. What a big turnaround by the Bulls. It's not over yet. Rudy Gobert gets blocked, and it's Bulls ball. Rudy Gobert wants a challenge. Look, he's been pushing people in the back all game. He's the last person who should be complaining about a challenge. And they're not going to challenge it. Bulls ball. Again, waste the clock as much as possible here. DeRozan. With a little bit of a push-off. Not called. Goes to the rim. Gets blocked by Naz Reid. 1 minute to go. Anthony Edwards. Bounce pass to Reid. They won't release the three. Edwards gets the ball stolen again by Io. Kobe to Io. Io misses the layup. Kobe should have taken it. Edwards again. They need a three now. 48 seconds left. Edwards is going to drive. Kicks it to the corner. Morris, three. And that's a miss. That's Mike Conley. My apologies for the three. He misses. 37 seconds left. You have to waste all the clock. Kobe is going to get fouled by Mike Conley. "34 seconds left and 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Alright, DeRozan gets the inbounds. They try to trap him. He finds Caruso straight away. DeRozan spins. Kobe White shoots. And that is dagger, ladies and gentlemen. Kobe White hits the three. And that is game over. We will be beating Minnesota twice this season, winning the season series. Again, who would have thought? We lose to all these crappy teams, and then you verse Minnesota, the first seeded team in the Western Conference, and you win the season series against them. Kobe White says game, ladies and gentlemen. Dagger call. And that game is over. 109 to 101. There's still time to be played, so let's not all leave straight away here. But with about 17 seconds left, 17 seconds left. Bulls up by 8. What a shot. You have to realize how important this game is. We got Atlanta next. We now get a 2-game lead over them for the 9th seed. You know, we don't know how that next game against Atlanta is going to go. Hopefully we win the game. Of course, we want to see us win the game against Atlanta. But if you don't win the game against Atlanta, winning this game against the Timberwolves becomes vitally important. And we've just done that with that 3. The most improved at the right time? Most definitely. People often forget about this about Kobe White. He has been fairly inefficient for a lot of the post All-Star break and whatnot. But Kobe White is one of the clutchest players in the league statistically this season, as is DeMar DeRozan. So there you go. A very, very big result for the Bulls. Kobe White delivers in the clutch, as he has done statistically all season. It looks like Caruso's getting his hand checked. There might be a little bit of blood there. I don't know what the deal is there. They might get it retaped. They're going to tape all of his fingers at the moment. Does he have like a sprained hand or something? All of his fingers are getting taped up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler says, I told you this would be the most Bulls thing to do to win the game. It is. It is the most Bulls thing to do. Shame Io missed the layup for Kobe. Kobe needs all the stats if he wants to win the most improved trophy. Kobe should have taken the layup. It was the wrong decision to pass to Io. Io wasn't expecting it. You could clearly tell. But yeah, it is a shame that he missed the layup though. You don't see Io miss many layups, so I'm not going to take that. You know, it's not. It is what it is. The Hawks and the Knicks games are important. Ladies and gentlemen, the shot clock and the game clock reaches 0. The game is officially over. The Bulls win in Minnesota. We win the season series against them. You can't really ask for much more than that on a beautiful, I guess, Sunday night for you guys, Monday morning for us Australians over here, or Monday afternoon at this point. What a victory. And with that being said, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, more people liking will make these streams more noticeable to everybody. Subscribing obviously helps as well. It's a big difference. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me all season. And we get a big one tonight. We got Atlanta tomorrow, a back-to-back. Be ready for that one. And I will see you there. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. God bless. Take care. And